Disney on their website have put out images of their Investors Day demo for Disney Plus, and one of them contained concept art and the logo for the Loki series.
Yeah.
There's a people on Twitter apparently saying the logo means the show's bad because the logo's bad, but it's a Loki show. What do you want it to be called?
Okay, working title. I mean, working logo is like it's not.
How many times has the logo changed? No, every single.
Not even that. If the logo, I mean, like, does a logo logo being bad or good determine whether the show is going to be good or not?
No,
probably not. If you look at the logo and go, that's bad, I'm not going to watch this.
I remember the Thor Ragnarok logo. Everyone flipped about that one when it came out, like all 85, and then everyone loved Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
People turned them pretty quick, but people loved Ragnarok.
Well, I mean, like, I don't see why you're getting like all big and salty about like a logo, because it's just, when you get down at the end of the day, it's a logo. That's all it is.
It's just like the concept art's the more important and far more interesting thing here.
Yeah.
Like, because I can't tell if it's Loki on that concept art. I assume it is.
It's Loki.
Yeah. Like, it looks like a woman to me, but I don't know if I'm just trying to see things that aren't there.
It's Loki.
Is it actually like Hiddleston Loki?
Yeah, it's Loki.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And obviously the key part of it is the background, because Jaws is playing in theater, so it's obviously that decade, which obviously means it is a prequel. So it's not going to be about the Endgame one, because that kind of makes no sense. Why would you have an 80s thing when?
Well, yeah.
Which, to be fair, this came out technically before Endgame, but it's kind of odd if you're going to change it. Why would you show this? Like,
it's concept art. I mean,
it's not necessarily going to be in the show. It's just like a little.
Yeah. This is what it looks like. This is what we're going for.
Yeah.
It's just like when you build a model, like an architect builds a model for a building.
Yeah.
It's not gonna. It's not. I mean, that's not the final version. That's just like, hey, this is what it looks like. This is what I want.
Here's to give you a brief idea.
Yeah. Like a visual idea of what the tone of the show and what they're trying to go for.
Yeah. Which, and to be fair, it fits with what the whole, going throughout human history.
Yeah.
That came out, that old 4chan leak. So
yeah,
take that as you will.
Yeah, 4chan, thank you.
I tell you what, 4chan's been getting some stuff right. The whole Keanu Reeves in Eternals popped up in 4chan.
Well, like 4chan's kind of weird because it's like hit or miss. And it's hard to figure out if it's a miss or a hit because it's 4chan.
I say to 4chan, Reddit tries to have verified leakers. You can't verify a leaker because
they'll be out of a job.
Exactly. So
verified that I'm leaking.
So surely there's the Marvel Scoop Master on Reddit, but
What you mean, El Miabe?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it is him.
But, I mean, if it's wrong, then we know it's him.
After all, Captain Marvel was Star-Lord's father.
Yep, and then Planet Hulk was going to happen too.
Every year for a decade. But anyway, it's wildly off topic. Loki show.
Yeah, look,
it's a prequel. Right?
It's I mean, it could be. Yeah, it's more. I think the human history thing is like what they're doing.
Yeah, which wouldn't surprise me. They're in. I think I said it on the main show on Wednesday. They're in this like let's flesh out the universe and the history of everything. So like,
that's what these
slots into it perfectly.
Oh, this is what the TV shows were used for now, is to like expand and flesh out. Like you're gonna see a lot more on Sam. You're gonna see a lot more on like these characters have been kind of streamlined for the movies, and you get tidbits of like who they are and what their backstories are, but you can't really do that in a 2.5-hour movie without kind of like pushing. You can't make a 3-hour movie every time to just give the backstory of like.
I mean, I bet you could. I bet you could. I expect you still make the same amount of money. No.
You could, but I mean. Do you think that's not really cost efficient? To like.
No, that was the thing I was gonna say. Like, you're spending more and you're making probably about the same thing. So like.
But that's what these TV shows are mainly trying to do, is to, take the establishing characters and flesh them out. Possible.
Even though like Loki's one of the most developed characters.
Yeah.
But Loki has a hugely That's a nice way to put this. I was gonna say aggressive audience.
Oh, yeah.
I think aggressive is
Loki
probably the right word. Like, they will take anything Loki.
They call them Loki heads now, I think. But
What internally?
yeah.
That's right, Loki head. Yeah.
Just wear horns for like styrofoam horns. Yeah, I mean, look, that's I think the exception. I think he's had a lot of like screen time for any villain.
But to be fair, like I say, he's one of the most developed. His thing is like, oh, I want a tesseract. Oh, I'm sorry, I want a tesseract. Oh, I'm sorry, I want a tesseract. Oh, I'm sorry. Like it has been that, but like.
But like especially with characters like Loki, I mean, as much as backstory that we've been given, he's a being that's lived for so many years, decades and decades and decades. So there's like whatever they've shown you on screen is probably 3/4 of what's happened to the character.
Oh yeah, if that.
So like you there's room to develop him. I mean, you could develop him more, if you wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, I want Kid Loki. I want my young Avengers. Give me Kid Loki.
Yeah.
If this series gives me Kid Loki, great. Perfect.
Or women Loki. Yeah.
I mean, you need Sif for that one.
That's true. And she's MIA.
Yeah, well, Blind Spot's cancelled now, so.
She's coming back. Jamie Alexander. After she gets out of the hospital, she's coming back. You heard it here first on Comic Book Cast.
I mean, because they're given a final series order, aren't they? Blind Spot.
Yeah, I think that's done. And let's face it, if you look at her IMDb, she's not doing much after that. So, like, I would not be surprised if they say, "Hey, I see that your schedule's kind of open. Would you like to come back?"
We have this idea. It's either going to be Sif and Bait Red Bill or Sif and the Warriors 3. Take your pick.
Either way, you're still riding a horse, and you're wearing.
Is she riding the horse? We've never seen a Sif on the horse.
I think that's what she broke her leg on the last time, right?
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think that episode. Either way, she's doing whatever they want her to do. Yeah, but
just put the armor back on and swing a sword around. Like, there you go.
She's almost like if you remember Ragnarok where they did the play. It's like that. Yeah. It's like that.
We'll just do that for like the first episode just to get people up to speed, and then
I kind of want, after seeing that, I seen that last night. I was like, I would not be mad to see just Matt Damon as Loki.
I tell you what, the way to make the Loki show the best out of the lot automatically, have like that cast, that play cast, do like Loki's life.
Exactly. Just that's the opening credits right there.
Yeah. Like if they do the whole narration thing and it's like another actor playing like the character of Loki, like have it start off with that play doing something and then it fades into like the actual real cast and then that can be each episode. Done.
That'd be awesome. Done. Where's my check?
I mean, I'll wait on the royalties, Marvel.
Concept art. I mean, look,
it's concept art.
It's concept art.
It's not necessarily going to be in. How much concept art do you? They release books for each movie. Like, there's a ton of concept art.
But no, I think that's exactly what they're gearing the show to be. I think you're going to see, like, I don't know, every other episodes are going to be like in different time periods. I think it's going to be a lot of it going to be in, I would say modern time, but. I mean,
actually, it could be in my time if they do the end game bit, but at the same time, it's like that kind of null and void the rest of it because then it's not our Loki.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna revisit the end game Loki at all.
I hope. I mean, if you're gonna do it, it's a what if.
Yeah,
you're literally making a what if show. Have it in one of them.
And it's animated.
No, you have 4 episodes from the end game alone. Like, just give me. Yeah, I'm fine.
I mean, who's to say that that's not going to be explored too? I mean, like, there's just so many untapped possibilities. So yeah, I'm kind of, I can't wait to get into this show.
Same. I mean, all of them. Like, I just mainly the WandaVision one. Like, that's my jam right there. I will stand that show forever. I've seen nothing.
You will not be disappointed for sure. For sure.
I will hold you to that one. Let it be known now if I am.
I will.
This show's going on a singular host. This is where we'll end up.
Direct your hate mail towards me.
I will suddenly have a room full of hot toys and everything. That would be my payment.
Yes, you will have my collection for sure.
And
I'll know when you're telling the truth in that too. So.
Oh yeah, you'll know.
But yeah, but I'm kind of looking forward to the Falcon. I think that's me. I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to be a part of that. I can't wait to see where that's going.
I can't wait to see that suit.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I love the show. I know I don't know. Like I don't think the show is going to be renamed right away. I think.
Oh, that's interesting. Did you mean to say?
Well, yeah, like
or is it just like it's a working title?
I think you're gonna like a majority of the season is gonna be Sam gripping with.
Oh, I thought you meant the Loki show. I was like, wow, oh, no. you're gonna change that. I was like,
yeah, wow. I mean, look, I think they might tweak it. The Loki. I think
I wouldn't like. They like their subtitles. Give it a subtitle.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the Loki one, the logo is gonna be tweaked. I don't think that's the final version. I think that's
I hope it does, because have you seen that like the SpongeBob parrot meme where people like make the lowercase and uppercase? It looks like that. Yeah, and I can't help but look at it, and it's like you can just see like him say like God and mischief afterwards, and it just still does uppercase and lowercase, and it looks weird.
Yeah. Well, I think and like when they do a lot of this stuff, they just have to throw things together to give you an idea of what the show is going to be about. I don't think that's going to be the final logo. I don't know why people are like
people just like to react. They just like to react.
Well, like, that's human
I say
nature,
that as a very reactionary person. I will, but then again, I think that's kind of my shtick. Like, I just react. Yeah. It's always what I've been. Well,
it's a part of your DNA, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But that's the charm about you, though.
I am very self-aware. Like, I will. It's kind of hyperbolic. It's kind of not. No, I will just instant react to things. Sometimes I won't like this. I'm like, cool. It's a Loki logo. No.
Yeah. I don't like. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why people are like flipping out, because it's a simple logo. It's not, even if like.
It was probably thrown together in 5 minutes to show investors.
Guarantee you that. It's not the final version. But if it is the final version, it's just a logo.
I'll say it's fine. The only one I will not be fine with is WandaVision. Please change the name. Please, it's so bad.
I believe there's a story behind that. So
I mean, I assume there is, and I could kind of piece some things together. At the same, it's just change the name. It's bad. It's bad.
It's catchy though.
Like, yeah, but it's catchy for the wrong reasons. Like, you know when something's like just bad, you just remember it. Like,
yeah.
Well, to be fair, people remember. I suppose you guess what you kind of want, but at the same time, like,
or just add a slash in the middle of it. That way you separate
just call it Scarlet Witch. Just call it Vision and Scarlet Witch, or just call it Scarlet Witch.
Dang. I kind of wish they would take that. They had like a mini series a long time ago, and it was basically just that Scarlet Witch and the Vision, and I kind of wish that they would have used that logo. Like a version, updated version of that, because I think that would have been a pretty good homage to.
Because I assume like calling it Wonder. No, I'm not gonna go there. I might ask you that later on, actually. I don't want you to be like just stumbling on like kind of like I can't say anything. Just
it's not flattering. Yeah. No.
I do try and like not put you in that situation.
It's kind of entertaining to listen back though, because I think my wife was listening to one of the podcasts one time. She's like, "Are you okay? Are you having a stroke?
Is everything fine? Is our child fine?
Were you having a heart attack right in the middle of that conversation? Because all you hear is
oh dear.
Yeah.
Loki is a thing. It's going to be a thing. To me, the more interesting part is him being like in the setting. Obviously, it might necessarily be that setting, but
I think I think it's going to be interesting. I mean, you can guarantee you that Endgame doesn't have anything to do with it. It can almost like.
I say, have they decided that now? Like, it's definitely not going to be.
It's about 90% sure that the Loki thing is not going to, and from Endgame is not going to factor in any of it.
Like, I know people like it's the easy one to jump to because why wouldn't it be that? But at the same time, like, nah,
it's a low hanging fruit. No, but I think this show was in development way before Endgame was like finalized, and I think they had ideas of what the show was going to be about way before this.
Yeah,
you know, like. Who's to say that the Endgame Loki thing isn't a misdirection? So people aren't guessing on what the,
Yeah, like it's
because that's everybody's fixated on that. So they're not really thinking about anything else about the show. They're just like, oh, it's got to be about that because
I understand why, because it was a focal point. Like, it was like center frame as he took it and ran away. But at the same time, like. Was that scene about showing you, oh look, this Loki got away, or was it, oh look, they've they've mucked it up, like they have to do something else now? Like, was that the point of it? I imagine it was more that than more like, hey, look at Loki. But
I don't think it was. I think using that Loki in an upcoming TV show would be the low hanging fruit. It's too easy. It's too easy. Like.
And for a like, yes, there's a Marvel formula, and people say this and that, but like, they do take some creative risks.
They've done some risks, man. I mean, like, there's plenty of like instances where they've taken risk, and I mean, like the Netflix TV shows are pretty risky, and they've done that, So I mean,
and you're about to do it again with a certain other franchise. We'll see soon.
I mean, but like. Look, I mean, Tom Hiddleston's in it. That's what everybody. That's all I can say.
I can't say anything.
And it's Loki. Tom Hiddleston's in it, and it's Loki.
Who's to say we don't get an episode where it's him as Odin exiling Sif, and it sets up that.
Or who's to say that each episode has a linear maybe it fills in gaps in between movies. I mean, we didn't see Loki as Odin for a long time when we picked up last time.
I wouldn't be mad if the entire show was that, or at least a couple of episodes. Like, mate, just do that.
Like, who's to say the show is like just filling in gaps between movies? And that, I mean, you develop the character that way. I mean, everybody wants to know what was going on between. Like, you could bring back characters like Carl Urban's character.
Like see Scourge again. In fact, I think you kind of have to get Carl Urban back. If you're doing history with an Asgardian, get Carl. How did he get these guns? He must have got those guns from somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, he went to Texas. But like, it's easy to get Carl Urban back. I mean, he's obtainable for shows like that. I mean, the only thing that I could see being a problem is getting Anthony,
wasn't there that whole thing, like, they're going to have, like, a body double for Hopkins, and it's just going to be a voiceover for him? Like, you only see Odin from the back. Like, very cheesy TV, like, trick. It's like Odin from the back, and it's just Hopkins doing it like a VA.
Or they can use unused footage.
They did it in Endgame with Portman.
So, I mean, who's to say, like, all that stuff is like semantics, because this production is going to be movie production type quality. So we're not going to get like the like superimposed Odin on top of Asgard. It's going to have some money.
Which, to be fair, you could quite easily do, because Loki's a trickster. You just make it part of the CG.
And it would be like, okay, I get it. He's magical and he's trying to be big.
It's not like the illusion CGI effect is like really convoluted or anything. It's just a simple fake like swipe up.
My biggest thing I'm looking forward to the TV show is not the recurring characters that were from the other movies, but like what characters they can bring in that no one else has seen. I mean, like Enchantress is like up there that could be in the show.
I assume Enchantress is going to be like Loki or Sif if they get around to Sif. She fits in both, obviously. Like, maybe put in like the Norns in the Loki show. If you're doing past events, the Norns are the perfect way to do it. Who knows past, present, and future? They're done. Norns.
Yeah, exactly. And like, and stuff like Scourge. If that's the case, then you can, bringing back Scourge would be kind of interesting because you can link those two together in some way.
Yeah.
And
now,
that,
what's the troll's name? Is it Ulik or something?
Ulik, yeah, Ulik.
Yeah, we're bringing him. Why not?
I mean, who's to say that doesn't, that's not happen? I think the show is going to bring some and it doesn't necessarily even have to be set in Asgard or any of the episodes. This could be just a time in the life of Loki. He's lived for billions and millions of years. Who's to say he hasn't been to Earth before?
Well, I mean, I know we said that it's not necessarily going to happen, but the concept art suggests he's been here before.
Yeah, and who's to say he hasn't encountered Howard Stark before, or there's a lot of untapped potential for how this show could be, bring other characters in.
I do. A part of me hopes it sets up like a Thor 4 with Valkyrie.
Oh yeah, I think,
if we get, why not have Enchantress be her Loki? Maybe Enchantress has been dead for thousands of years, and in the Loki show, she gets resurrected instead of him. Yeah. And that's how you can do a season 2 and something like that.
And you can also bring in the Valkyries itself, you can that's how you can bring in Tessa Thompson.
Yeah, have Tessa Thompson and Brindleheim. We kind of saw her in Ragnarok in that one shot. Maybe not, but it's right there.
We did see a blonde-haired woman.
Yeah. It was right there was a white blonde Valkyrie there, so maybe. I think all Valkyries were white and blonde in the comics and everything, so it could be anyone.
No. And this could probably answer my question, but I'm going to ask it anyways. But do you think they'd bring in magic users from Earth? Because he was kind of generally surprised in Ragnarok to see Doctor Strange. So
that's very true.
But because he did say, "Oh, Earth's got sorcerers now too," right?
That was Thor.
Oh, that was
Thor who said that.
Sorry, but yeah,
I mean, you could do it with Loki. Frigga was a witch or raised by witches. Loki has her magic. Where did they teach that? Who's to say Loki didn't start? Here's a thing that's gonna piss people off. Make Loki Agamotto. Not necessarily have him give the time stone to the eye, but make him like that character.
A part of it. Yeah. I mean, isn't there 3 different characters involved in that one character?
I mean, at one point Agamotto was a slug, and at the minute he's a person. He's all over the place. He's a thing. He's a thing that existed. Maybe Loki, he teaches Agamotto or something, and that's how we got magic. Do it that way.
That's that's a very interesting setup. I mean, that's another good way to link the Doctor Strange to this TV show. Who's to say Ancient One wasn't around? I don't know.
I mean, she was an Ancient One. Who knows?
Yes, that's true. She could have.
I'd watch an Ancient One show. I'd watch that.
Oh yeah.
I know you'd never get it because Tilda Swinton.
You
you would need at least a movie budget for that, but.
Well, not just that. It's you would have to have an interesting premise to get that lady to probably commit to a TV show. Yeah. She seems like the type of person that just says, "I don't know if I want to spend 8, a year filming and doing all this."
But then again, they got her back for Endgame.
That's true. For 2 minutes.
They did something.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe not have her bald, but let's see how she became the Ancient One. I'd watch it.
Do you think that was in her contract though?
I mean, it could very well have been, but then again, Doctor Strange was
that's true.
I suppose Doctor Strange was around the time they were writing Endgame, that. So
I don't know. I mean, it's a possibility. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if she was a one and done with a contract. I don't, because there are some characters Mads Mikkelsen, one and done. He's not.
Which is a shame. Even though we're gonna technically see that character again, I suppose, because he's a mindless one now. But it's I'd like to see him back.
That was the one thing I felt was a waste. I thought
they did waste him.
And
he did good with what he'd done, but it's kind of wasted.
Yeah, it just feels and that's what I loved about the Captain Marvel is the villain is alive, so he could show up at any point. You know, like it's pretty definitive that Mads Mikkelsen. I don't know, it's not definitive, I guess, but like the character itself is like a mindless one. So it's like you gotta come up with a great story to get him back into the character. You know, like I don't know, like I feel like he could, like Mads Mikkelsen could have been Dormammu. I feel like that would have been.
But then, I mean, who's to say Mads or Dormammu doesn't come back as Mads Mikkelsen in the human
that's
form?
true. That's
Dormammu
true.
does change form, so
that's true. You know, like Benedict Cumberbatch can't do that forever, man. He can't do the voice forever. They gotta physically show this character.
That's very true. But that's gonna bring an end, I imagine, to the Loki topic, and which is the last one of our show. So that was the 5. So thanks everyone for joining, and we will catch you all next week. So bye.
Later.